Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard. We're back out here at Tiger River to finish out our round with the Discmania X-mania mystery box discs. Right now we're on hole 10 short tee pad. This is a par 4, 550 feet. Basket's pretty much just straight ahead down through this gap you can see. But on this tee shot, you want to pick whether you want to go forehand through the left gap, right hand hyzer, or just straight up the gut. Biggest thing you want to do in this shot is land in this fairway you can see through the middle gap. Because if you go too far left, you can get stuck behind these trees and have to throw a really weird low ceiling skip shot, and which you can't really always guarantee getting a skip out here with this grass. And if you go too far right, you'll be out of bounds with this tree line. So I'm going to take the cloud breaker and I'm going to throw it out to the right, try to go for the hyzer line. Stay high. Yes. Get down. Okay. Yeah, so I threw it too far left, so I'll have to deal with that low ceiling skip shot, but that thing's not crazy overstable. It's a very usable distance driver. I was a little worried it was going to be kind of like a Halo Destroyer or something like that, where it's like can't really use it, but I like that a lot. Okay, so I lined myself up pretty okay with this gap, which is really the only reliable gap once you get over here to this left side. I could try and go up and over, but I don't really think I could get anything to the basket with how high I would have to go, but I'm going to try and skip shot with a lone howl. Well, I threw it too high, but it got up there, so I'll have a putt. Ah, man. I can still, the logic's starting to beat up a little bit because it's getting a little bit more glide for me. That's nice. All right, guys, so we're on hole 11. We're going to be playing from the short tee pad to the long basket, which is the red one off to the right. This one's 470 feet, slightly uphill. Nothing really in the way, just got to keep in mind tall grass off to the left and behind the basket's out of bounds, and this row of trees off to the right is out of bounds. So just got to keep it in the middle on this one. Nothing crazy. I picked this one because I want to throw cloud breaker on a forehand, and then if I throw a good shot, that'll give me a chance to throw one of the mid ranges for an approach shot instead of the mutant or something I've already thrown again. Oh, that's perfect. Oh man. Oh yeah, that thing is sweet. And so the rangefinder puts me at 210 to the basket. It's a little bit uphill, so it's probably going to play closer to like 230, 240. I'm going to throw the MD1, not super hard, like 60, 70%, just see how close I can get. Oh, fade in. Oh yeah, let's go. Whew. Yeah. All right, so we're on hole 12. It's par 3, 230 feet, just dead straight ahead. Nothing to really worry about in this hole. Only thing to pay attention to is the ground slopes away behind the basket. So if you throw it long, you can end up 30 feet long and have like a really obstructed putt. But I'm gonna try to think what I want to throw, because I don't want to throw the logic anymore. I don't want it getting beat up anymore than it already is. I don't want to throw the MB1 because I just threw it. I'll throw the where is it at? Yeah. I had somebody in the comments for my unboxing tell me this is a Neo Origin. So I'm going to try out the Neo Origin to see. Just throw it kind of the same way I threw the MD1 on the last hole, 60 to 70%. Just try and get it there. Oh, that wind took it. Oh, no. Okay. If you go super far right and long, you can go in the road out of bounds. Normally that's not really in play, but I think I'm like pin high right. I was all worried for nothing. I'm not even in the tall grass. Let's see. Give myself another like outside 25-foot putt though. Rein these in. Come on, let's get it. Drop. Yes. Whew, that was a lot higher than I meant for it to be, but whew. Let's see. All right, so for hole 13, we're gonna be playing a short tee pad. It's a par 3, 250 feet up this hill. Plays a little bit farther, but not too much. I'm just gonna throw all three of the 2 Origins and the MD3 or MD1 and just see how they compare on a shot like this. I'll take whichever one I throw first though. I really want to try. I'm gonna go with the Neo Origin first. This will be my real shot. Just gonna throw this kind of like I threw the last hole, but with a little bit more power. Sit down. Okay, it's a little short, a little left. It didn't flip up all the way on me that time. I thought it might flip up all the way. All right, now for the Geo Origin. This one I'm expecting to flip up all the way if I throw the same line. It tried to, but it didn't really want to. Let's try the MD1. I keep wanting to say MD3s. MD1. Yeah. This one I'm just going to throw flat. Still got that tailwind or headwind on the last hole, which is now acting like a tailwind. I got to give this a little bit more height. That's not as much height as I meant to give it, but get in the hole. Woo. Yeah, so seems like the Origin is kind of what I was expecting it to be. A slightly understable disc that'll like give you a ton of glide. Very, very glidey, but the MD1 is, I think it's sweet. It's hard to find a disc like that that's neutral. So yeah, the Neo Origin and the MD1 landed pretty much next to each other, and the Geo Origin landed about 10 feet below the hill, or 10 feet below them on the hill. But all right, let's go ahead and make a putt. Right to left wind got me again. Dang it. Keep thinking it's gonna drop, but it's not. All right, so for hole 14, this is a par 3, 360 feet, just dead straight ahead through this gap. You can really do whatever you want to in this hole. I've seen people go straight at it. I've seen people throw wide hyzers. I've seen people go up over these trees off to the left and spike in. The main play I like is to throw something out to the right. It's a little overstable with a lot of height so that way you can get back into the fairway near the end. I'm gonna throw both PDs and just see how they compare. Because so far from what I can tell, both of them feel like they're about the same stability. I'm gonna throw the Lone Howl 3 first, and this will be my actual tee shot. Out to the right, give it some height. Going back into that headwind. Oh no. I'll push. Okay. I got through there's some trees off to the left that I got through, so I'll have like a 60-foot or 60 to 80-foot approach shot for my par. Now, actually throw this out to the right. It's S line. There we go. Oh, it turned. That was weird. Okay. I don't know if that's just because I actually threw that one well and I didn't throw the Lone Howl well, but that one actually got a little bit of turn into that headwind. Slipped out of my hand. Ooh. Oh, that works. All right, guys, so now we're on hole 15. This is a par 5, 800 feet. What you want to do in this tee shot is try and throw something straight at about where you can see this stump ahead of us. Go over that and up to the left. From there, the fairway kind of it snakes back to the right, goes straight for another 250 feet with a good amount of trees in the fairway. And then there's some OB off to the left, a little bit farther up, and the basket's off to the right. I'm gonna take the cloud breaker. I'm gonna try and put a little bit of anhyzer on it, see if I can get it to bend a little right, push straight, and fade out over that stump. Ooh, that fought out of it. Okay. Oh, well, if I fought out of it too fast, and then I saw it roll back out in the fairway right next to the stump, so that'll work. Yeah, so this is a really good spot to end up off the tee. I've got to make a decision because the forehand is an easier shot on this shot, but going too far right is the worst mistake I can make from this position. I'd much rather be off to the left. So I'm going to try throwing, go with the Neo Origin. I'm going to throw it not crazy hard, like right in that 70% range again. Just try and get it to flip up and push straight. Pulled it, but ooh, got lucky. Okay. We'll see what we got from there. Okay. So I end up skipping a little long, but should have an opening. This gravel road kind of marks like the line between where, like if you're past the gravel road, you've got a good chance of getting up and down for a birdie. If you're behind it, probably better play just for par. I do have a clean window in here though. Ooh, this is tempting. If you see all that tall grass off to the left, that's the OB I'm talking about. But I'm really, screw it. This is a YouTube video. We'll go for it. I'll go cloud breaker forehand. Just need to flex just a little bit. Mainly go straight though. Okay. Didn't sound like it really hit anything, so I made the good mistake in going right, but I should have like an approach shot for my par at least. We'll see. Okay, so I just hit this pine tree and just fell straight down, which is probably the best result I could have asked for from that shot. Just gotta get in here and get up and down. Nah. That was what I was trying to do, kind of. I just early released it a little bit. I didn't want to pull it right and end up behind some of those other trees, but I gave myself a putt at least. Oh gosh, that slipped right out of my hand. Whatever. I'm never mad at a bogey on this hole because, I mean, after that tee shot, I'd really like to get at least a par, but this hole, as you can see, there's so many trees in the fairway. There's so many things you can do slightly wrong that'll end up costing you a stroke or two. So just getting out here with a bogey is not bad. All right, so for hole 16, this is a par 3, 310. Playing to the yellow basket just straight ahead of us. The biggest thing you got to worry about is all tall grass is out of bounds. So I'm going to throw the Instinct and I'm going to throw the two PDs again just to compare them. The only thing is there's a headwind. I'd like to throw the Instinct as my actual shot, but yeah, I'll stick with it. I'm going to throw the Instinct. No better time to test these out than in a little bit of a headwind. Come back. Come back. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Then we'll do the Lone Howl. Yeah, almost completely unaffected by the wind with that one. And now S-line PD. It slipped out early, but it feels like I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what the differences really are between those two. Nothing obvious, I would say. I guess it's fairly, I would say it's safe to say they're basically the same disc. Just that, I guess that higher dome on the S-line makes it just stable enough to where I can keep up with the Lone Howl. But definitely, I'm definitely having a lot more luck with the Lone Howl than I am the S-line. Let's go ahead and cache this. Pulled it just barely. Dang it. All right, so for hole 17, we're gonna play from the short tee pad, which is a par 4, 430 feet, down there on top of those rocks. Biggest thing you gotta pay attention to is all tall grass is out of bounds. So you've got this first island you can lay up to, or you can try and go for the island off the tee, which requires about 380 feet of distance to get to the island, like just the very tip of it really. But yeah, so for this one, I'm gonna just do a little distance competition with the Instinct, the PD, and the Cloudbreaker, and just see which one I can actually get to go farther. And because I want to try and I want to throw more shots with these because they're fun discs to throw. But let's see. First, I'm gonna go with the Cloudbreaker, and this is gonna be my actual shot. So I want to see. I feel like I can get this to the island, but it's gonna take a really nice shot. I've got some tailwind. I just got to get it on a good amount of anhyzer and hit it hard. Baby, it's pushing. Well, I had the distance to get to the island at least. I don't know if I'll be on though. I should at least cross though, so I can take it up there. Let's see. Next we'll go with PD. Similar line, not quite as much anhyzer, and just see if I can get it there. No, not enough. Oh, it held it though. That flew nice. Dang, this came out just a little early. I feel like I could have gotten it to the island if I'd have hit it flat, if I would have hit it right. All right, and then for the Instinct. I'd be curious to see if it'll actually turn like it did on the last hole. I'm just gonna throw this one flat and hard. No turn. There's just the headwind on the last hole. Still went about the same distance as the PD, so I was able to find the Instinct, but I had no luck finding the PD. So if any of y'all are local, it's there for the taking if you want it. But the Cloudbreaker actually got me inbounds. Surprisingly, I thought it would have skipped out, but let's see. I'm going to take my meter in. Gives me like a good circle's edge putt for eagle. Let's go ahead and cash it. Oh, almost. All right, guys, so we're on hole 18, final hole of the video. This is a par 5, 674 feet. Basket's way up there on the top of this hill off to the right. Biggest thing you got to do on this tee shot is not go in the OB road on the right. And sometimes there's an OB line off to the left in tournaments and stuff, but I don't think we're going to play that for today. But biggest thing I want to do on this tee shot is get past these trees in the fairway. If I can get past them, I can have a clean up shot into the basket and get myself a look for an eagle. I'm tempted to go Cloudbreaker again, but I'm going to go with the Lone Howl just so I can be sure I don't go too far left down the hill. Oh, be stable. Ooh, okay. That'll be a good spot. I don't know if I'll be able to get up and down from there, but I can at least get close enough to where I can have like a throw-in opportunity or something. Okay. So rangefinder says I've got 360 to the pin from here. I don't know if y'all can really see it on the camera or not, but it's just up here on top of this hill. I'm gonna take the Instinct and I'm just gonna chunk it on like a roller angle and just see if I can get it to hold over and then pan out to the basket. Biggest thing on the shot is just gotta make sure I don't throw it to the bottom of the hill or something where it can end up rolling into the road or something, but just gotta be real careful with the angle on this. That looks really good. Oh yeah, and the good roll. Yes. I don't know if I'll be inside the circle or not, but that should be a look at eagle. Ugh, God. That came out of my hand with no energy at all. Dang it. All right, guys, that finished up our round out here at Tiger. Now I'm just going to go through the discs real quick, just kind of talk about how I feel about them. Let's see, the first one got the Royal Rage. Was it the Instinct, Vapor Instinct? This one I wish I would have thrown more because I would say it's a step down from the PD in a lot of ways. Like it's not as overstable. It's got more glide than the PD, I would say, because I was able to get it to go about the same distance as the PD a lot of times, but it's not as overstable, much more workable than the PD, I would say. Like you can see on 18, like you can actually shape this so much cleaner, but it's got that a very dependable finish. I wish I could have got to throw this on forehand. I'll have to try that at some point, but if you're looking for any kind like a slower PD or just a slightly overstable fairway driver, these are pretty sick. Put that back in the box. Next one, got the Logic. This thing was pretty sick, honestly. I wasn't too sure how to feel about it going into this, but it's got a ton of glide, way more glide than I was expecting. And this more baseline plastic, it was getting more and more glide the more I was using it. And like it's got some scuffs and some, but like nothing, no flashing, no dents, no divot. Like the shape of the disc isn't affected at all as far as I can tell. So definitely worth trying these out. God, this plastic's so nice, just super grippy, but it doesn't want to stick to your hand. And yeah, definitely recommend at least the plastic. You know how it is with putting putters. It's all about feel, but worth trying out for sure. Lone Howl or PD. I'll just kind of talk about both of them with this one, because RIP the other one, but definitely a really fun disc to try out. I liked this one a lot more than the S-Line one, just because it has that lower profile, and I can get it feels so much better in forehand and backhand. Just super reliable, overstable, but not not crazy overstable. Like not like some of those you can get are like Firebirds. Like this is reliable, something you could beat up and have be a straight to overstable disc. Definitely looking forward to trying some more of these. I don't know if this is one of the ones that's like kind of on the line to get into my bag. It's I would definitely throw this in if I ever lost the Thunderbird or something like that. But definitely worth trying out. Definitely a fun disc. The Horizon Cloudbreaker. Um, I wish I had another Cloudbreaker to compare this to, because this thing definitely has a beef to it. Like the more I threw it, the more I would say it is closer to that Halo Destroyer, but it's not quite there. It's a tick under it, and like it's still very usable. And like the amount of glide this has is so nice, but yeah, it's just super overstable. And like normally with these, I don't like they don't feel good in my forehand grip. This feels really good in my forehand grip. I was surprised. So this might make my bag as my just like distance forehand disc or something like that, but We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Got the Neo Origin. This one's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna hold on to these and just see if I can like. I definitely have to throw them side by side with the M4s and just see how they compare to those. Uh, Definitely got that reliable flip to it, but not crazy flippy. And like these things just you can tell they've got a lot more glide than I definitely a lot more glide than I was expecting. So I definitely would love to try these out and compare them to the M4s. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and talk about the other one. This I didn't feel like I got to throw this one quite as much as I would have liked. The Geo Origin. I could definitely tell it was more understable than the Neo one, but having these two is going to be a nice combo. Just kind of having that kind of wants to flip up to a one that will reliably flip up and maybe even turn a little bit once I get this little beat in. But I definitely hold on to these just kind of as a backup in case I ever lose an M4 or something like that. Then got the MD1, which, you know, with Simon, like everybody heard about these, and like I would say these are. I was surprised to throw it and see how straight it was, because it doesn't fly like a mid range. It flies more just like a longer putter, which I think I've heard a lot of people compare those, but I did this. I'm tempted to put this in my bag. This kind of also fills the slot of the M4 in my bag a little bit, so I might not might just hold on to this in case I do lose the 500 M4. But if you're looking for a reliably straight mid range or just a longer putter, honestly, this thing's sick. Because like it didn't really matter how hard I threw it, or like the angle obviously matters, but like it just wanted to go straight. Didn't want to really do anything else, just go straight and go as far as it could. So really, really fun disc. Last one we got is the Mutant. This one I would say met my expectations to about what I like. It's a Justice or a overstable mid range, whatever you want to compare it to. I do like this plastic. Like it feels a lot more flexible than the other ones, but it's really nice disc. I don't like the actual feel because like what people talk about with it having all straight edges. I don't I don't like that at all. It feels weirdly sharp in my hand, but I mean it's whatever. It's not crazy. Just more of a preference thing than anything else. But I guess that finishes up our video for today. Um, yeah, let me know what other kind of videos y'all would like to see in the comments. You got any critiques for anything I did today? But thank y'all for watching. Bye.